Hello everyone, welcome to Asha Coding. I am Asha Satik. Today we are going to learn what is stacking context. Stacking context is not a CSS property, it is a CSS concept. Stacking context is a container. Remember, stacking context is a container from where its descendants z index values are measured. I repeat, stacking context is a container or a milestone or a boundary from where its descendants z index values are measured. By default, HTML elements create a stacking context. That stacking context only used for all position elements z index value to be measured. So the position elements are arranged in the z axis. But using some CSS property, we can create new stacking context. What is HTML element created and how it is used. That way, we can create a new stacking context that can be used for to arrange positioned elements in z-axis. Okay, let us go to the practical class. I have created a box and we have to style them. We give red. I have created a box and we go to create a child of red box. Create child is enough. Here you can see we have created three new child elements. One is green element, another one is blue element, another one is purple element. All elements are in the normal document flow. All elements are in the normal document flow. That means red, green, blue, white, purple elements are in the normal document flow. Normal document flow. Now we are going to use the position property and z index property to arrange them in the z axis. Now all elements are in the same position. One overlap another, one overlap another. That means green, blue and purple element are in the same position. So as per the source order, the last element, the third last element, purple element, comes forward among all elements in the z axis, because all elements are in the z axis value 0. As all elements has same z value, the source order, the last element in the source order, comes very forward among all elements. This only happen. Now the parent element, and the child element are also the position element. Parent is element is also position element, and the child elements is also position element. Box 1 and box 2, parent element and child element, all elements are position element. Now, so as they are the position element, now we can use the z index value to arrange in the z axis. What is z index? How z index values are used to arrange in the z axis? Z index values are measured its parents stacking context. Its parent stacking context. You see green, blue, purple elements. Parent is red element. Its stacking context, based on its stacking context, its values are measured and arranged. If you use now the purple comes very forward, but because its Z index value and source code. Now we use green element to come forward. We use 1. Z green element gets higher value among all other elements. For example, blue and purple goes beyond the green element. We want check, we just reposition them. Offset properties, top left, we see the blue element, green element over position or comes forward blue element. Now you see Z index value of green is higher than blue and purple, so it comes very forward to the blue and purple element. This is the normal Z index values, and the Z index values are referenced based on the parent element, red element. If you use the blue, now blue elements is very backward to the green and purple. By using the Z index value, we can make it to come forward. Now blue comes very forward. We make purple give negative. What will happen? Purple element go beyond the red element. Beyond the red element. Where is the purple element? Purple element goes beyond the red element because the Z index value. Why the child elements goes beyond the red element? Why the child element goes beyond the parent element? Parent here is red element. Why it goes beyond the parent element? Because its Z index value is negative. Even though it's negative, why it goes to beyond the parent element? Because the parent stacking context is same as the child stacking context. What is child? Green, purple, blue elements stacking context, and the red element stacking context is the HTML default stacking context. What is HTML element having? HTML element by default having a stacking context. It's a concept. It is a boundary. It is a milestone. It is a container from where all is position elements Z index values are calculated. Here the purple, the blue, the red, the green elements Z index values are measured from a default stacking context. This is the concept. All values are measured from default stacking context. Now we can make the blue element to go beyond the red element. It is not going beyond the red element. The stacking context, the default stacking context is HTML element from where the all position elements z index values are calculated. Now blue elements goes beyond the red element. If you want your child elements, your positioned child elements should not go beyond the parent element. Make your parent element to be create new stacking context. Now the box 1 is the parent element. Now the box 1, the red element is parent element. We can create a new stacking context by using some CSS property. It is already a position element. When we give them a z index value, now you see the purple element, the blue element or goes beyond the red element, but they are come forward, they comes even though they are negative value in z index, they comes forward, they never goes beyond the red element. Why? Because using position element and z index property, using position property and z index property, they have created a new stacking context. Now red element creates a new stacking context. What is stacking context? Stacking context is a container that holds all position, its children's, its descendants, all position elements. Z index values are measured from here only, not from HTML elements. But default stacking context, all elements Z index values are calculated from red element. Red element. From here only they are calculated. Negative Z index values are goes very fair. For positive Z index values are come very forward only. It never goes beyond the red element, beyond the stacking context. Stacking context is the base. It's a container. It holds is the position elements. It should never goes beyond. Why it previously? Why it goes beyond the red element? Because HTML element, body element is a stacking context. So red element allows its child to go beyond the its red element. But now red element is the parent element. Red element is the new stacking container that never allows any descendants elements goes beyond it. Whatever value you give to its child's z index value, it never goes beyond the container. Their container holds all position elements and z index values are measured from here only. If negative means it goes backward from the viewer. If positive value means it comes forward to the viewer. I hope you understand how to create a new stacking context. What is stacking context will work, how it will work. You understand how it will work. It is a container, it is a boundary, it is a milestone from where its descendants elements z index values are measured. Remember, stacking context is a container or milestone or a boundary from where its descendants z index values are measured. Even though the descendants z index value is a negative, it never goes beyond. They are arranged. They are arranged over the stacking context. Over the stacking context. Now here red element created a new stacking context. From here only its descendants green, blue, purple z index values are measured. Z index values are measured. Even though they are positive or negative, they are arranged over the red element only, measured from red element only. They never go beyond the red element. This is the stacking context. By using some CSS property, we can create a new stacking context by using the position element, position property. By using position property, values absolute, relative, fixed, sticky, and along with z index property. And then by using opacity value less than 1 creates a new stacking. By using all transformed elements, creating new stacking context. Filters, images. You use filters properties to images. These filters properties also creates a new stacking context. Mask property, mix blend mode property, clip path, and 3D perspective elements. 3D perspective property also creates a new stacking context. I hope you understand what is stacking context. Stacking context is a container, or it's a milestone, or it's a boundary from where its descendants z index values are measured and the position elements are positioned over the new stacking context. It's all its z index value, even though negative, it never goes beyond the stacking context. It is the concept. I hope you have understand and studied. And thank you. We will see in the next class.